Must be a song here. No. He could make a nation.
By the way, he's attending his daughter's wedding.
My country tis a sweet land. Land. Inside freedom ring. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Lord, please bless this food to our use and us to thy service. Amen. And do we have any guests today? That's easy enough. Okay. Then ladies first. Let's go first.
All right. Especially John. Oh, God.
I'm only going to focus on our club, on our membership, to give you some hints on how to get through using it. Just so you know, it is a tool. It's, from our point of view, it contains information like your personal data, your name, your address, your email address, your cell phone, your home phone contact information, and your birthday. And as I understand it, if you don't input your birthday, or if your birthday is not inputted, it doesn't go into, the information does not get transferred to the international database. So, but I believe that's done by the membership committee. So that shouldn't be a problem. And I think if you are interested enough and you want to, you can go online or on your smartphone, and you can actually make your database, go to your membership record and make your birthday private, so no one else can see it. I don't know if that's important or not to anyone here. It's not to me, I know that. So anyway, I'm going to walk you through a little bit about how to use it. It is a tool that you can use from the web. So if you have a computer at home or at work, whatever, and you wanted to go online, this is the website, www.daxtv.com, or you can download the app onto a smartphone. You can go to the Apple App Store or Google App Store and download DAXTV, DACDV. Your user ID is set up when you are registered as a member, and it is your email address. Your DAXTV password is, at one point apparently, it was emailed to you along with your user email address, your user ID. But now apparently, and I look at my letter told me my email address, and then it told me to go online to access my password. And the minute you log in for the first time, you are encouraged, I don't know if you're required, but you are certainly encouraged to change your password to something much more secure. And their Rotary is strongly suggest that you make a strong password and that you keep the information to within the Rotary membership. There's a lot of personal information here and it shouldn't be shared outside of Rotary. Okay. Their password guidelines are very strict. Your password has to be a minimum length of 12 characters long. Just everything we all remember right away. It cannot equal your login name. It has to have at least one number, one lowercase and one uppercase and one special character. Okay. I think what they suggest is use a combination of lower and uppercase numbers and special characters. They talk about using a password generation tool or using a password storage app on your device. So I went and I did a little bit of research. I looked at PC Magazine's top password manager picks for 2023. And this is the list of them. If you want, you can go to that PCMag.com picks/the best password managers. It was published earlier this month. Bitwarden, Dashlane, Keeper Password Manager, and Digital Vault, Zoho Vault, 1Password, Me Once Password Management Suite, NordPass, Password Vault, and RoboForm Everywhere. I don't know how many of you use password managers. I personally have used Dashlane for a number of years, and I like it. It works both on my computer and on my smartphone and on my iPad, which is pretty, I think it's important if you have more than one device, you want to make sure that whatever password manager you are using actually provides support for all the devices that you are using. So, how do we get to DAX, Stevie? You can go to www.dacdb.com or you can add /index.html. That's not required. You log on using your username and password, and then you have to read and then scroll down to the bottom of the page, and it is about 3 or 4 screens worth of guidelines that you agree to follow according to Rotary, and you click on the submit button to accept, and then you are presented with the DAX screen. So I am going to.
So can I
Sure.
say something here? Sometimes when you get on there, it's going to ask you for a club number. You can skip that. Okay, that's for people that are usually officers in a club, so that they have access to some of the district stuff. So I just wanted to throw that out. But if you want to know, our club number is 5792.
Okay, I have never been asked that, but thank you. I appreciate
Well,
that.
that's in my login.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're going to try to log in here, maybe it'll come up.
Well, I'm going to log in right now, and I use Dashlane, so it's going to pop my username and my password in very quickly, so you'll hardly see the login screen.
Got it all down to.
So now we're at the page, the home page, and there's a lot of tabs here and there's a lot of detail, and I don't know if I would suggest if you are at all curious, you log on yourself and play, because there's a lot of information. What I am going to do is I'm going to walk you through how to look up your member information on our club and how to update or add your photo to your screen member. So across the top, there are a number of tabs. I don't know if you can read them. The one that's highlighted is home. And then to the right is my data, then my club, then district, and then support/learning. I am going to click on You're going to see a number of choices here. I am going to click on my club members, which is on, I don't know that you can actually see it. It's on the far left. From the right, on the left side going down, it says my club members. I'm going to touch that one. Now, this gives you an opportunity to see, and if they have a picture in their member record, you will see their photo. It shows our officers. So it shows James Rich. He does not have a photo. Shame on him. He's the one with the camera. Shows James as our current president. It shows Mark Clark as our president-elect. Then William Murphy as our administration chair and vice president. Al Huber, past president, and going down. Okay. And after you go down, now you get to see all of the members in alphabetical order by last name. So I am going to go down to, well, let me walk you through a few things. Interesting, if you see a camera after the person's name in the first column, member name, that means that there's a photo of that person in that member record. If you see that there is no picture of a camera, that means that the member hasn't added the camera, hasn't added their photo, and hasn't sent it to be added to the DAX database. So you may want to check that. When you get a chance, you may want to check to make sure that your cell phone number and your email address are correct. I will hand out, I printed off a copy so everyone could have, I have 20 copies, so hopefully there's enough for.
I don't need one.
Okay, give you one.
I'll bet you.
Okay. So I'll give you one.
I don't need one for this. Good one.
Okay. You guys just have these on.
See,
This
they do
table
like
and the
that.
next table. Thank you. Now
There's
you
one
can
thing,
see
both of us.
a copy of,
We had some.
now that's, I was here. And the only thing I printed was I changed it so that it would all fit on one sheet.
It's vanilla.
And my printer
Very
does
good.
dual, prints duplex, so it's on the front and back. That's the entire
Very
membership
good. So sweet.
of this district club. Okay, so you know. So I am going to go down now and I am going to click on my name, Joan Natali. Looks like it's on Katie, sorry Katie. That finger, it.
That was me?
Yeah,
That was
I have a
you.
picture in there?
yeah.
Did that?
We did,
Uh-huh.
someone did. I intentionally yesterday deleted my picture from that CD so I can show you how to have a photo.
Oh.
Okay, because it's not hard at all. While you're here looking at my member information, and if you do it for your member information, you can verify the information is correct, and you can make changes if you need to. And this is the type of information that it's asking for. And if you do make changes, you would go into edit member. I'm going to click edit member. I would make any changes I want to change. And remember earlier I said you can make some of your fields private so no one else can see them. If you see the little square box on the right end of each of the data enters, if you put your finger on the box, or I did when you can't see, I'll do this one. If I check that box, that makes that field private. So other members can't see it. Okay? So you have the option to make things private or not. Private means it just basically hides them from display. Okay? I believe the officers probably still can see that information, although I'm not positive. So you can make any corrections you need to make on any of your addresses, your name. My middle name is not there. I could add Louise. I don't have a suffix. And you notice for birthday, they don't give the year.
You can put it in.
Huh?
You can put it in.
You can put it in.
So let me just throw this out, because there are a lot of demographics that you officers and whatnot can glean. And so if you don't have a birth date, like a year, you don't know what the makeup of your club is by age. And but you can make that private. So like John said, you can make it private, but you can also bring up those demographics and stuff and it'll present, we got a club that's 75% over 50. Probably more like 90.
Okay. So if you do make any changes to any of these fields, including turning on a private checkbox or not, then you would want to click the save button on the upper right hand corner. Okay, it's the orange button. Let's see. There you go. Now we're showing that side. I'm not gonna change anything right now. I'm going to instead, across the submenu under Member Admin Joan Vitale, Rotary District 7600, there are those boxes. The first one is Member, the next one is Photo. Then there's Contacts and a whole bunch of other tabs. I'm gonna hit the Photo tab. And now I'm at the photo screen and I have a choice. I'm gonna click on Choose File because I want to download my photo. I put my photo in. I have a lot of folders, but the very first folder I created is 000 Rotary. And so I'm going to open that, and I have my photo, Joan Vitale. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click Open, and
Your ageless, fantastic.
well, it's supposed to download it, upload it.
Maybe I got a really slow
Hmm.
connection here.
That could be.
Don't you have to open it in the folder before it'll download it?
No, I just have to choose the file.
What's the size?
And I'm clicking Open. It might, you're right, it may be, it's just gonna take a little bit of time to download it. But generally, when I practice it at home, after I click on the file and hit Open, it uploaded my photo, and I saw my photo being displayed where this shadow face is right now. Then I would go to Save, click on Save, and then here it is, it did upload it. Okay, so now my photo is there. So that's an easy thing for members to do, to go online, either on a smartphone or on a computer. And once you log in, play with just our members, okay, and get an idea of the data that you have on, that we have on for you, and update it. If you're there's only one member, I believe, that doesn't have an email address in that listing. There are a number of members who have only one phone number. Maybe they want to add a second, a cell phone or a home phone if they have it, whatever, and just verify everything else. But this is actually, for someone who's not a techie, it's a pretty easy system to navigate. Okay.
Yes, she said that.
You know.
No, there's some changes, but it is better.
We can do more things.
I'll call you next time.
Today, just to get you introduce you to DAC-CB, encourage you to try and travel through it yourself, just to see what you can see, update what you like. Yes, go.
Are you still going to make house calls if
Upload a photo to their members. Yes. You need to let me know when you want to do that, and you need to have a JPEG file of your photo with you, so we can schedule something before or after a meeting. That would be fine. Or I can walk you through it on the phone, whatever. Okay? Question? Well,
This a possible suggestion that a lot of people, I think, having heard this, might feel, well, I don't have any idea what my password is. I lost the letter, you know, and therefore I forget it. I can't get on. But I'm pretty sure that if there's a place to click that I forgot my password, and then they'll probably email it to you.
yes.
Or email a temporary one to you, to the email address you have on file there. Is
I
that
think
right,
they'll
Bill?
probably prompt you for your password.
Yeah.
Because they will verify that the password you give them to email the password to is actually a registered email address.
Right.
Yeah,
Right. So you can easily log on even if you don't have a password.
even if you don't have a
right,
password the
whatever.
first time.
Well,
But once you do log on and create a
Then you can create
formal
your own
password, remember to save it. If you're not using a password manager, make sure that you write it down wherever you keep the rest of your password. Keep it current.
Is there
Any other?
advantage to having a photograph? I mean, what's the advantage?
I think it helps other members, especially for new members, try and figure out who they're dealing with. New members don't know everyone in the club. Some of us, not so new members, still don't know the face that goes with the name. So,
yeah, this is an excellent source of information for any club member. You can, if you want to contact any other club member, all you got to do is log on to DAC-DB and pull them up, and their email address, their phone number, their mailing address,
right.
will all be there.
or other Rotarians?
Or other Rotarians in like in Richmond or whatever, you can pull them up.
It's for more than just our district, it's for all of Rotary.
One comment, this database takes a beating sometimes from the membership, but actually it's easier than the districts. And it's even easier more so than the international website.
Yeah,
So
it
this is
Well,
much
that's
easier
true.
to deal with. The other thing to keep in mind, it's an HTTPS. S means secured. That means that all the data moving across the network is encrypted. So it can't be hacked by somebody tapping in and trying to pull up the data as it's moving across the network. It is encrypted. So just like your credit card account, just like your social security account, this is all protected. So you don't have to be afraid of someone over in Russia stealing your information or whatever.
And another, for those of you who are willing to start noodling around and figuring out some of the features of DAC-CB, it has something called Pmail. And if you log in and you use Pmail, you can actually send an email to every member in your club. It keeps the most current mailing list, email list of our members. And you can select, I believe you can select individual members you want to send an email to, or you can select all members, and everyone who has an email address will receive whatever you send out. The only caution would be, we have one or two, at least one member, or probably a couple of honorary members who don't have email. So we need to try to remember consciously, when we send something out for the membership, that we need to somehow get that information to a member who doesn't have email.
Unless it changes, John, you can also use email to contact any member anywhere.
I mean, Tim has the same as.
Anywhere in Rotary or anywhere? I know the difference.
He does have email, he just doesn't register. Yes, correct.
Round out.
Mary's wrong.
Somebody can
Yeah.
put it in.
We have a couple of honorary members too. Yeah, and it tells you, whether you're an active member or an honorary member. Or any other status. Any other questions? Okay, well then, thank you. I hope you take a chance and go look at the CB, either on your smartphone or on your computer at home. It really does have a look.
Great job, Joan.
Oh, yeah. Just so you know, if you do go online, there is a guide, a quick start guide that you can print out. It's on the website. I don't know if it's actually on the smartphone, but it's called the Quick Start Guide, and you can print it out, and it gives you a lot of good information. It isn't complete, but it gives you a lot of good information. Thank you.
Excellent.
Very good. Thank you, John. That's a subject that we often learn about, especially those that have been using it for a number of years. It's obviously gotten a little bit better. All right. Does anybody else have any? Close out and answer. All right. Well, if not, if we're all done, please rise and throw me
Is it the truth? Will it build better friendships? Will it be beneficial? Have fun.
Goodbye, everyone.
Sorry.